Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension, and today we are doing day 4 of the 78 days of tarot, and the card for today is the Empress. So this is a depiction right here of the Empress card from the Everyday Witch. So, let's begin first with the numerology. In tarot, the Empress card is associated with the number 3. The Empress card in the major arcana is indicative of abundance, maybe even to excess, and a strong inner voice. She resembles creation and growth, and she warns against inaction. Some of the healing crystals that resemble the number 3 include amethyst, ruby, and rainbow obsidian. The number 3 is a primary source of originality and individuation. Many things come easily when this number is hanging around or incorporated. The number 3 is all about abundance and happy communications. For those with the number 3 prominent in their numerology charts or appearing constantly in their lives, like if you're seeing 333 all the time or something like that, it means creative assertion and direction or creative endeavors are popular themes. These people should use their creativity and communication to find deeper meaning to life, both for themselves and for other people. I got this information off of thesecretsoftarot.com and off of WeMystic.com. So the next thing I'm going to do is get into some meanings. And I'm going to first start off with the Everyday Witch Tarot, because this is the card that we have up currently. So what it says about the Empress card is, oh, you know what? I suppose I should do the astrology part first, huh? I normally do. Oh, all right, let's see. In the Empress card, Venus takes human form, and one of the cosmos' most heavenly bodies finds an outlet for her creative nature. The Empress is an archetypal mother who constantly generates new life. Perpetually pregnant, she's a symbol of fertility and growth. Like Mother Nature, she's usually pictured in a lush garden setting. She sits comfortably on a cushioned throne, in keeping with her cravings for stability and comfort. And she wears a crown of 12 stars, one for every month of the year and every sign of the zodiac. Both Venus and the Empress share a love of beauty, and love and attraction are powerful forces for creation. In ancient Rome, Venus was the goddess of beauty, love, and attraction. In Greece, she was also known as Aphrodite. The Empress, of course, is married. She's a loving partner to the Emperor. In an astrological chart, Venus graces everything that she touches with ease, comfort, affection, and enjoyment. She is generous to a fault. Like Jupiter, she's a benefactor. Ancient astrologers call her the lesser benefit. That's usually a good thing, but not always, especially if she overindulges her children and they grow spoiled. Venus rules pleasure and enjoyment, as well as a love of beauty and the arts. She is sensual and romantic, gracious and kind, gentle and sympathetic. In keeping with her role as the morning and evening star, Venus rules 2 signs, Taurus and Libra. She also rules the corresponding second house of treasures and possessions, as well as the 7th house of marriage, partnerships, and personal relationships. As the ruler of Taurus and the second house, Venus shows us what we love. As the ruler of Libra and the 7th house, she describes how we share that love with others. Her involvement leads to strong attachments, both to property and people. Venus rules the throat, which puts her firmly in control of sweet talk and love songs. As the planet of pleasure and consumption, Venus is also associated with blood sugar levels and venereal disease. The Empress card corresponds to the element of earth, which is obviously why you can see a little bit of plant in the back. And I've got my green candle my green candle holder, which it looks like the candles burn out. Figures, right? Right in the middle of filming. For the earth. And then, of course, the beautiful roses. So, let's move on. So, I'm going to read what it says about the Empress from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Abundance, nurturing, and female power. A vibrant witch dressed in a flowing, rich-colored gown stands tall and proud. She is sexy and yet also somehow maternal, with her dress draping off of her shoulders and spreading out from where it is gathered under abundant breasts. One hand rests on her belly, suggesting that she might possibly be pregnant. The other hand holds a scepter topped with a glowing ruby crystal, representing the blood of life. Behind her, apple trees bear both fruit and blossoms. She is Mother Nature and motherhood itself, nurturing and wise. The Empress is the embodiment of all that is female and powerful, gifting us with abundance, strength, and growth. She is the cycle of life from birth to death, although for now we look on her in all her vivid and fertile glory, seeing the beauty that resides in every woman, no matter her age or circumstances. She reminds us that all women are divine. The Empress is the personification of growth and possibility. With her on your side, you can achieve anything. Things to consider. The Empress is a reminder to embrace growth, abundance, and your own feminine power. Even men have feminine power, although it may be more subtle. The Empress says yes to life. Do you? What are you growing in the garden that is your life? Are you nurturing yourself and your own endeavors? The Empress may represent you or some strong woman in your life, a mother or role model, or someone with that strong nurturing energy, or she could even indicate pregnancy. Celebrate the divine feminine in your life, no matter what form it takes. I love that. That's so beautiful, isn't it? So now I want to move on to, let me find it here. I love this Empress. This, by the way, was the first tarot deck I ever got. It is the Gilded Tarot. And I want to read what it says about this card. Let me move this over just a little bit, or come into... There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Pardon me, I'm still a little bit sick. Just cannot seem to shake this. Takes years in order for me to get sick, and then when I do, I just have to do it up really good, right? Figures. The Empress. The first and overriding impression from the Empress card is the care with which she holds the female symbol of Venus in her hands and the loving expression on her face toward it. The Empress is the representation of the female archetype in the tarot, the desirable female form, but also the loving, nurturing mother. She is encircled by the signs of the zodiac, which, together with the symbol of the female, show her ability to manifest life through the birthing process. The colors of all four elements are represented here. Her red hair and flowing belt show the passion of fire, warmth and nurturing. Her gold dress symbolizes the love and emotion of water. Yet she is cloaked in green, representational of the earth element. The physical aspect of her being, she is shown against a backdrop of the sky symbolizing the air element. The combination of earthly and heavenly symbols represents the integration of spiritual and earthly matters, realizing the full potential of the two, therefore creating the third energy. Interpretation of this card may be the Empress represents growth, prosperity, and fertility. She brings happy conclusions to matters and promises good rewards for work and efforts. The Empress brings situations to fruition. This is a card of nurturing in all forms, turning to potential fulfilled. This can be in creative and work endeavors, but also with children and the family. The Empress can represent pregnancy, birth, or motherhood, solid and happy relationships, and marriage. Accompanying cards will provide more support on that matter. She may sometimes represent a mother figure, although, as with all the majors, this card is usually symbolic of qualities, as opposed to specific person. Consider that to be the job of the court cards. This is a wonderfully positive card, always well received by those seeking advice in relationships or fertility matters. Love that. So now, let us show you look at her. Oh, is that kind of lopsided? Okay, this is the Empress in the Mermaid Tarot. And let me read this to you. She is beautiful, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful. Yamaya is the mother of the sea, said to have birthed the fish children into existence. Her shining Venus star is the light that helps guide them home. She is the ruler of water and all who live under its protective waves. It is her job to carry life, bring newness into the world, and keep the sacred royal genes of her people intact. Her beauty is beyond compare, and all who know her want to be just like her. She is affectionate and compassionate, but knows how to scold and discipline when the situation requires it. She holds the conch shell of fertility, and with one song she can lay the expectant seeds of something new into your life. All she wants to know is whether you will be able to see this through from conception to birth. Will you give these seeds time to germinate and grow at their own speed and flow and bear fruit in their own time? Like all mothers, Yamaya wants you to have your heart's desires, but also knows that for it to happen, that you need to pledge commitment and loyalty to the possibilities that she can bring. The Empress is full of potential, both literally and metaphorically. Everything that she does is to bring new, loving, creative energy into the world. She knows what it takes to see something grow from an idea, from something intangible to a physical, tangible thing. She understands the amount of time, energy, and commitment involved in the process of creation. Now she asks if you understand as well. Nothing worth creating will be quick and easy. It will take its toll and push you to the edge of your limits and beyond. And the Empress knows that it will all be worth it in the end. I'm loving it. Now I want to show you I love this one too. Absolutely love it. Obviously, or I would not have purchased these cards, right? She is the Empress from the Journey into the Hidden Realms Tarot. Just the barest whisper of coolness floats on the breeze as it touches her rosy cheeks. The scent of sun warmed, ripe apples is heavier and settles on her skin, a sweet perfume that trails behind her as she walks through the wheat fields. Seeds have fulfilled their promise with the aid of rain, sun, and bees, and so all the elements reconfigure, creating life. The grain of the field and fruits of the trees will in turn be changed, becoming another link in the chain of life. Musing, she tucks a few prior roses in her hair, gathers the fruits of her labor, and continues on. The harvest is a bittersweet time for her. While the earth is at its most abundant, it also is near the end of its glorious cycle of growth. Soon all that is not consumed will fall in decay, feeding the fertility of the earth. No matter what or how, everything becomes part of the great dance of life. So often she finds herself in the arms of death, waltzing through the seasons, surprised and sometimes shocked by how he can be either so graceful or so very gruesome at times. A butterfly lights on her sleeve, representing change and transformation, the never-ending story. But the air is warm still and filled with sweetness, and for now, she dances alone. So she continues gathering the abundant gifts of the harvest, shooing away the butterfly. All may change, but for now, there is this, and she will savor every moment. Divinatory meaning: life is indeed a cycle with many phases. The Empress card, though, comes at a time of abundance in your life. Whatever you have carefully nurtured and tenderly cared for is on the verge of reaching its highest potential. This is a time of great creativity for you. If you've not yet planted anything, choose carefully, because your heart and your life are fertile. Whatever you sow, whether thoughts, words, feelings, or actions, will surely grow and bear fruit. Tend to yourself and your life with a loving touch. When necessary, remember that loving kindness sometimes requires difficult actions. Plants need space to flourish, and some need pruning to thrive. Oh my gosh, you see why I love this deck so much. So, I don't think I even need to go any further as far as reading any other ones. I'm just going to show you the remaining cards. This is from the Shadowscapes by Stephanie Puman-Law. Look at that. So beautiful. Look at all the life and the butterflies and the transformation and the nurturing, the softness. It's so beautiful. So we have that. This is from the Good Tarot. This is the Empress by Colette Baron Reed. Definitely a lot going on in this card. But you can see the harvest because you can see the wheat that she's holding. The different colors, they're kind of muted, but just beautiful. And then we have, this is from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. And this one's all about fertility. Beautiful. You know, when I think of fertility also, and 3, you think it takes 2 to make a third. You know, like to make a baby. So 3 being that, definitely that card of creation and abundance and prosperity and creativity. Here's the Empress shown through Archangel Gabriel, and this is for the Archangel Tarot cards from Radley Valentine. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Beautiful. And I'm going to end it this time with the Rider-Waite version. This has got to be one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. I mean, she's just beautiful. the message that she brings to me is all about fertility, possible pregnancy, but whatever area that she's touching on, whether the reading is for marriage, whether it's for, you know, fertility, if you're trying to conceive, it's a good sign. Anything in your life, whether it be your career, whether it be a personal relationship, whether it be even your own relationship with your mother, and this comes up. Or any relationship for that matter. Freudian slip, right? So this is definitely a positive card. Definitely one that you look for pretty much for any reading, because it just means that abundance and creativity, now's the time to be creative, and abundance is there for you. And, you know, gratitude, and I always go back to gratitude. Gratitude is like my number one thing, but, you know. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope it helped you really think about the Empress and what she might bring to your life, and a new perspective. If not, just the same thing that you've always felt about the Empress. I don't think there's too many, my goodness, I can't even speak today, too many variations on what it means. It's just a very positive, loving, nurturing, abundant card to get. So, and with the power 3, you just can't go wrong. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This was the 4th day of the 78 Days of Tarot. And give me a like if you feel so inclined, and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little notification bell if you want to be notified of future videos. Thank you so much, and always wishing you love and light.